regardless of whatever you think I've done or have heard people talk about me, even assuming if I did do the worst things possible and you still wanted to watch my content, in your mind, the process should be like a separate the art from the artist, or it should be a, man, he fucked up really bad, if those things were true that have been said publicly. But don't ever lock yourself in the trap of the person that I like did a thing, so now I'm going to justify everything. Those are the only comments that I saw in my community that were worrisome to me. All the other from all the other vultures and all the other communities that are like coming in trying to like make drama out of this, that don't give a about any victims or any people involved, I don't care about that. But just don't ever fall into that trap.
Yeah, so we're gonna check this after we see it, but in the beginning of the stream, Destiny does immediately open with the Dr. Disrespect song. The Dr. Disrespect iconic return from his allegations song, which is fantastic. I'm super excited to see this.
What is King to you?
Oh. Yeah, so he definitely did that just for posterity. And I did hear just a little bit of this, and it kind of sounds like he went the opposite direction of Dan, which is even funnier in hindsight.
What a wild ride, guys. You almost didn't get off this one.
What is Bunty King to you?
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about, but I didn't write anything down because it was too cringe.
So, again, obviously he's going to repeat this about 40 times, but his lawyers said he shouldn't say anything. He decided to come in blind, and he had absolutely zero prep for the start to the stream. And most people would say, Nick, there's nothing to cover here. This is important. Like, I need to be covering this because the initial reaction publicly on a stream is extremely valuable for what comes next.
So I guess we'll just run through a few things for a lot of you.
It's also extremely notable that this is probably the only time I've ever seen Destiny look this vulnerable in the beginning of a response live stream to anything ever. Usually this guy's calm, composed. If anything, it looks like he's just snorted 16 lines of Adderall. Okay, done crystal meth prior to the stream. So he's like super ready to respond. He's got receipts. He's got everything. This has obviously gone legal, so I wouldn't expect receipts, but he just kind of looks jolted. He's 1 HP within the first 3 seconds.
It's going to be a really disappointing stream, and I'm glad. I'm glad it's going to be disappointing. I wanted to disappoint you. Okay.
Did I not ask you nice enough?
I don't respect you.
Learn from Kelly Jean, the best 1 HP voice. True.
I should have written stuff down, actually.
I appreciate Destiny doing this because I can actually play COD more attentively when I react to it because he's added in like room for me to speak, so I can just leave it unpaused. That way, I don't actually have to pause the VOD to react to it.
For the juicy stuff, this is what I will say. I'm glad that I've inspired so many people to go the litigation route. However, unfortunately, that severely restricts what would be wise for me or what I am capable of saying publicly about anything. I do look forward to the continuation of and ideally the resolution of that process. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But I think
I'm not super qualified to talk about how much of a case any party really has in this instance. From my non-legal background, it sounds like Pixie probably would have gotten an easier and bigger payout had she just asked for the money. But obviously that choice was kind of taken from her.
2 legal teams now are probably going to hate me.
Who knows? Maybe she gets a huge payout. Maybe it goes swimmingly for her. But
for saying anything at all. So I can't really say much insofar as that goes, unfortunately.
It's crazy how supportive his chat was. I don't think it's crazy.
Fuck, I should have written down.
I think there's a percentage of his chat who didn't even know about the allegations and were wondering why he wasn't live yesterday. You have to realize there is an echo chamber outside of maliciousness, you know what I mean? Malicious compliance, and I'm going to just keep watching my favorite streamer. There is a certain percentage of his audience that have no idea what even happened yet. It hasn't gotten to them. Okay. They're not. They don't have Twitter.
Here are a couple of things that I'll say that that have been kind of like bouncing around in my brain. The first thing is,
and the other thing before we get super into it is today Chud Logic pointed out that anytime you say the name Anne of War, the initial response from chat immediately is, oh, that's the crazy girlfriend, the crazy Destiny girl, the crazy she's crazy, right? That's something that's been kind of just like instilled in the audience. So the minute they hear Anne of War's name, the first thing they go is, oh shit, she's crazy, right? That kind of goes like extended for just drama content in general. I don't think like a casual DGG viewer is seeing a Nick DeOrio stream with Destiny in the title and thinking like, oh, I better go click this. Oh, a Turkey Tom stream. Oh, I better go click this. They probably think that all drama YouTuber content is terrible and malicious and everybody's out to get Destiny and blah, 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 blah. So they probably just discount it right off of the thing and never actually see what we have to say about it.
The first thing I will say, well, I'll say the most important thing, okay?
What is Bunty King to you?
Regardless of what
Who
you've
is Bunty
heard
King?
online, or regardless of your desire.
Okay, but she wasn't the most mentally stable person. Yeah, but I mean, I'm sorry, but like, I kind of have to admit that I was way too fucking hard on her. Because when it came to the Mr. Girl stuff, when the Mr. Girl stuff was happening, it came out that fucking Anna was still Steven was still sexting with Anna. Destiny was sexting with Anna way after the fact. Okay? And Chud pointed out earlier, it's like people were saying he tried all other solutions. The only thing he could do is continue sexting with her. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you actually fucking kidding me? So it's like, yeah, this guy's giving her crazy mixed signals, mind raping her behind the scenes, and then she's having mental breakdowns because she's not super stable publicly. I mean, listen, yeah, I get it. Crazy, whatever, blah, 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 but a little bit was kind of, I mean, I can kind of see where she was coming from.
There to simp for me or shit
like
on
imagine you go out and you call it like you call someone your psycho ex and you say they're obsessed with you and blah blah blah, and then you start sexing them again. Okay, dude, yeah, sick, awesome.
me or simp for anybody else or whatever. Obviously,
There's no other way.
taking any things or sharing any things non-consensually is never good. Don't ever do that. Don't defend that. Don't be that guy. I only say that because I saw some people
Dude, this is so brave, guys. Guys, never distribute nudes non-consensually, okay? I see people blindly defending me. Never, not even once.
were typing shit over the past week who are like, oh, like this doesn't matter. Who cares? Even if this did happen or whatever. That's not cool. Okay.
Okay, well, I have to do this too because my audience. All right, it's not my audience. There's only one person who is subscribed to me. They put out the most sex offender coded takes I think I've ever read in my life, dude. Somebody quotes from me like, "We're just told the truth" or whatever. I was an insta block, dude. This morning I just went through and I looked for like the most gruesome comments on my most recent video of just the most disgusting shit that I've ever seen. Look at this one, chat. Look at this one.
A person?
Look at this one, dude. If you're dumb enough to share nudes, be prepared for the world to see them. Once you give something away, it's not yours anymore, and you can't expect others to treat it like it is. These consent cops are losers. Once you give away your nudes, you've consented, and once you as a woman are in your own man's apartment, and you've implied consent too. There's literally no other reason why you're going to be spending time together with no one else around. You all know it. You just want to pretend men and women can be friends. The only way a man and a woman could justify being friends is if there's no risk of attraction both ways, or if one party's gay. Dude, I'm sorry. Holy shit. Like, I'm sorry. When I say sex offender coded, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about everybody who disagrees with me. This is sex offender coded. Not only did this person be like, hey, listen, I'm going to defend non-consensually sharing nudes, I'm going to just defend rape. Okay? I didn't have to defend rape for a second. Dude, listen, if you even go in my house, I know what you're here for. Dude's full rapist coded. It's crazy. If Pixie oh my, I'm not even gonna read this one, but Jesus fucking Christ, it's on the screen. Read it. That's awful. I do not think I can even listen to this. These women are immature, silly, and I feel like all the men will come out looking better, no matter what happened, because they lost money because of catty, petty drama and lies. Holy shit. Jesus. What the fuck? You're out of your mind, Nick, thinking this is career ending for Destiny. He's not going to stop going on interviews or platforms. Oh, I'd be shocked if Piers Morgan has him again. Ooh-wee. The fact that this would have remained private if not for the hacker, and Pixie would have had no clue, that makes it okay to share her nudes. When you consent to being recorded, you know in the back of your mind this is the potential of being shared or getting out. You are delusional to think that she has a chance in court of law, especially when she's already admitted to knowingly being recorded and consenting to it. She made a huge mistake admitting that fact. Like, holy fuck, dude. I mean, this is why women don't feel safe in these communities. Obviously, all of these people have been permanently banned from the channel, so you don't have anything to... Listen, I'm curbing this. None of these people are still here. You can't go read their comments anymore. They're all banned. Look at this one. Why is it so hard for women to not sleep with these powerful men? I'm sorry. Like, this is just insane, dude. There's just some weird fucking insane incel energy coming from this situation. It's actually brutal. But yeah, anywho, we're gonna get back to the VOD. I just wanted to take you off our beaten path when I start talking about who my haters are. Picture those guys. Okay, it's easier. It's easier to talk about. Holy shit.
Okay. So, number one, don't be that guy, okay? Number one, who's defending anything like that, okay? Don't do that.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Number one.
Don't be like guy who goes out of his way to defend the concept of rape because you really like Destiny. Please just don't be that guy.
Number two, there are a lot of communities that are preying on my downfall, okay? Because all of this is now super public, but because it's also...
Now, Destiny's out here lecturing. Oh, I think this is twofold. I think one of this is, holy shit, it makes me look like mega rapist Hitler 43 if my audience is currently defending me, right? There's obviously a sense of self-preservation there. Like, if my audience is out here defending me doing XYZ action, I look like mega rapist P. Diddy Epstein 420, right? Also, maybe he actually doesn't want people to support this stuff. I don't know, I can be a little charitable sometimes.
So, coupled with litigation...
Are you going to release the Dan stream? Yes, tomorrow morning at about 10 a.m.
Threats of litigation, it kind of restricts the public movements that I can make.
Oh,
That was
that's
my
a
third legal
helicopter. Oops. What? The door's not even closed. Now he fights with his cat for like 30 seconds.
Insane thing. Surprising. Just hi. In some ways, it's surprising just how crazy so many other people are. In other ways, I guess it's not surprising at all. But
I don't know who he's talking about in some of these. He's going to be very vague about even specific streamers.
There's a lot of like insane things that are being said right now, and I don't know. I just shouldn't say anything with specificity to anything. There's nothing in there, and there's nobody in there. There's literally nothing in there. I'm going to open the door, and you're going to look in, and then you're going to leave immediately. He's like the fucking door patrol.
The only pussy he won't fuck, Wavy Web Surf. That's brutal. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. So yeah, he's going to open the door now.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, he just stole my line. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Did he leave his cat in the room to get sympathy points? When I was watching it, I'm like, dude, this is like the stereotypical gotta hug my dog, my career is over moment. But I don't think that was on purpose.
Crazy that some people have been waiting with a knife behind their back, waiting to strike. Well, all I'll say is that
Oh no! What am I gonna do?
fuck me. I should have written down a speech or something. I fucked myself.
This is the guy who's always prepared for everything, dude. I just don't buy this. This is so weird.
What is
There's a lot
bunting
of...
This is like the Batman of YouTube drama. He's got dockets upon dockets of prep time before he even goes live to talk about fucking anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird... like, people talking
What is
together
Bunty
and
King to you?
doing
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
really weird things. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I kind of know why. But I really am looking forward to the litigation process, depending on how far it goes or whatever.
So he, at the very least, wants us to believe that he's super confident going into the legal stuff, which, again, I don't really know. I think the Cherry stuff is probably the biggest threat to him right now, depending on how that went.
Really looking forward to that being finished so that I can speak a little bit more about this, although I won't as much. I will say that
But again, I'm seeing stuff on Twitter that there are like other victims being named. I'm not really talking about anyone outside of Cherry and outside of Pixie, unless there's something substantial. Because like yesterday, and I don't mean to be a huge dick about this, but Denims, again, someone I openly dislike, but I'm not trying to be biased against them. Denims makes a tweet talking about her interactions where she was recorded IRL with Destiny. Not even a tweet. She does a segment. And then her friends go out there and post like Destiny's fourth victim, which I argued with Cherry about, and I argued with Mike from PA about a little bit. Because like I don't understand why we're doing a naming system for the victims especially if the fourth victim had absolutely no sexual things shared. It just sounds like we're muddying the water here and trying to loop all these things in as if they're all 1x comparisons, and they're just kind of not. That's not like... I mean, again, there's also the reality that 80% of the story involves somebody leaking something or some call getting dropped or some... Again, it's I'm not going to put every single YouTuber who's recorded a phone call next to somebody who's leaked somebody's nudes. You know, I mean, I don't really necessarily, or I guess it's a step up if you're recording people in real life or whatever, but I'm sure Casey Tron chiming in wasn't next to Destiny when she was getting recorded either. You know, it sounds like downplaying serious situations to me, but again, that doesn't mean that she can't share her story. My issue really wasn't with Denims or how she presented it. My issue is with how people decided to boost it next to all the other allegations as if they're exactly the same thing, which I think dilutes the pool.
Hold on, I can't mention any particular thing. I can't mention anything.
Because you'd have to condemn yourself then? No, because I don't think that there's anything remotely comparable about recording a phone call and distributing nudes or recording illegally recording sex acts. I just fundamentally don't think they're nearly as bad.
With any specificity. Yeah, fuck. I think I just have to wait for things. Yeah, that's all I can say. One thing I will say...
The Denim's timing is horrible? No, because now I have to defend Mike from PA here. It's not horrible to mention it. It's relevant to the conversation, and it builds it does absolutely add more context. It's bad because of the way, again, people who are taking the Denim's thing are applying it to other stories and stuff.
One thing that sucks, I don't know if this should be considered signal to noise, but when I'm speaking to my community or my fan base, there's like a lot of other people that are out there and who are not looking for anything good whatsoever. Don't mind fuck yourself.
It feels like he's going super hard to not use the word uncharitable here so he can get put in the same boat as Vosh.
Paying attention to the haters that we're always going to hate no matter what. There are people out there who are like fucking frothing at the mouth to bring on highly questionable people who've said stupid shit in the past. And
this is obviously a shot at J-Stock because J-Stock has talked to Mr. Girl, has talked to Lav. Obviously, that's where he's going with this.
To say stupid shit, who think that like now all of a sudden these people have like keen insight, and they absolutely do not. I will say that over the past year, like 2024, I've kind of like distanced myself from like a lot of these communities, and now 2025, obviously we've had the master distancing for a time.
And just to be clear, that's not necessarily true either. He might have distanced from his internal communities, but he was trying to launch a drama show with Turkey Tom. So he was very much trying to enter this space. So while he was distancing everywhere else, I think he thought this would be a good place for him to end up. And it just never panned out, thankfully.
People, so hopefully we continue to move in that direction. Or not actually, no, we don't move in that direction anymore. That's done. Now we're like hardcore fucking separated. Can you blacklist some of these people? Yeah, there's a lot of these people I'm probably just never talking to ever again. I did say, I want to write up a list of all the people, actually, hold on. Because there were some people that messaged me to like figure out like what was actually going on before they kind of decided to do all this like crazy public stuff about it. I just want to read off a list of those people. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, and that's all of them. That was a little bit shocking as well, but okay. What do you want?
I know you say you're not comfortable talking about the legality of it, but do you think this will hurt Destiny's career in the long term? Will he face actual consequences at all? Again, yeah, you're right. I'm not going to talk about the legal stuff, but I don't think Piers Morgan's going to have him back on his show. And I think it's going to be a non-starter for a lot of these larger political things. I think that he's kind of captured himself and placed himself in the bubble that is YouTube, and I don't really see him navigating super far away from it. I think this is a ceiling that he's putting on, and it's not a glass ceiling. It's more like it's like a Teflon ceiling that he won't be able to overcome. I don't think anybody can be canceled if they keep streaming, and I think he'll make a significant amount of. I think again, what was it? Anything else has only lost about $3,000 to $5,000. I think they're still making like $23,000 last time someone pointed it out, right? And part of the reason why Dan didn't want me to
who is Bunty King?
release the stream VOD is because he wanted it like paywalled. So people would have to give money to see what Dan said about Destiny, which kind of makes me think that some of that was just to keep money, like the money flow coming, which I think is kind of cringe, which is the only reason I'm telling you why he said that. But yeah, again, I don't think this is going to be a detriment to them. I think that they're going to make like hundreds of thousands of dollars a year from their podcasts. And I think Destiny's going to continue to making tons of money on his streams. But I don't think his political goals outside of streaming are going to be a thing anymore.
But yeah, that's basically, that's truly a lot of vulture culture streams tonight. A lot
What is
of
Monty King to you?
cloud hungry people
Who
that
is
wanted
Monty
to
King?
spend 12
Nicholas
hours
DeOrio?
reacting to this are going to be very disappointed, and I'm sure they'll have their
Again, but you've covered the Mizkif situation. You've covered... I mean, how many dramas has Destiny gone through? What was the one with the Pokimane thing? It wasn't just the crazy slick and slicker stuff. He covered the Pokimane thing as well. Again, this guy is like consistently came in to talk about the Twitch people he doesn't likes dramas and cover them for 8, 12, multiple days, you know?
own conspiratorial reasons for why I'm saying
The Fedmeister one is the one I was thinking of personally.
what I am.
It's everyone's new position is like, guys, drama's super toxic after they get punched in the gut. It's like, guys, I can't do drama, dude. Drama's just changed me. It's just made me like really, I can't do any more drama, guys. I know I'm currently the target, but
Dang.
I gotta get out of here.
I do think it is kind of funny how crazy the
What am I gonna do?
conspiracies spin around me, but yeah, I think that's about all I can say. Yeah.
Did I not ask you nice enough?
I don't respect you. So my respect.
Oh no! What am I gonna
Thank you.
Give us an ETA on when this is all done.
Obviously, that's a stupid
I don't
question.
really think I can do that. I don't know if that's even possible. But I mean, if stuff starts getting filed, obviously. What's the name of that one guy who did the? What's the name of that one guy? Henry?
Oh,
Henry Resilient?
That's the Chud Logic guy, the Henry Resilient guy. Didn't he call in the Chud to talk about the slicker stuff?
Maybe he'll go on and he'll start reviewing everything.
It's slop content. Yeah, they always fling the it's slop content thing as soon as they finish making their coverage. But, I mean, drama gets a huge bad rap in general, so it's an easy dig because the audience already kind of hates it because they've been, like,
Has
set
anyone
up
covered
to.
it fairly, or should they not have covered it at all? I mean, I can't really say anything in regards to any of that for obvious reasons.
Oh, yeah, Henry did cover the XQC stuff. I did see some of the stuff about
media
his work.
projects. Are they canceled essentially?
Oh, this is
I
big.
think I'm shutting down Bridges, but I think
Erudite's getting deported, guys. First act is with Trump in office. You voted for him. He is sending Erudite back where she came from. No. Bridges is done. I don't know if that means Erudite is completely dropped or I think she's unfollowed Destiny on Twitter. Maybe she's come to her senses. Maybe she got bullied into it. Who knows? But Bridges is done. Now it's not paused anymore. It's completely done.
we're not shutting it down, but selling it basically. Fuck, I don't want to. I'm not trying to sound mean or
selling
anything.
it.
A lot of stuff is working really well with that, but now basically I just have that studio downstairs to shoot, I guess, what I want. So what happens to the studio? I mean, I'll still be using it for stuff. I recorded an interview with Evil Mike, I think like 5 days ago, but I think August is having to chew through those B-raw files. So.
Dude, imagine the last person to film like an interview with Destiny like days before this huge controversy breaks out and then just releasing it. Again, I keep bringing up this point where him and Pixie's current boyfriend, Lonerbox, went on a trip to Israel together. And apparently this has been like sitting there for like a year or whatever, or like, I don't know, a little less. And they didn't edit it and they were finally getting ready to release it. And then this whole controversy just explodes. So now he's going to have like vlogs from Israel with Lonerbox after the controversy.
And apparently they're really difficult to work with, so.
And like Lonerbox left the internet for a little while. Like this is just a complete disaster.
What about anything else? I think that's still going on. Do your lawyers think you will win or lose the case as a...
Could Lonerbox DMCA the video? No, I don't think so. He consented to being in it. It's not like they recorded him with... Could you imagine? It's like, oh, sorry, Lonerbox. Like he just walks into Lonerbox's hotel room while he's in like his shirt and fucking underwear. He's like, Lonerbox, hello there, buddy. We gotta rise and shine. We gotta start going. It's like, dude, you're recording me. You didn't tell me we were recording already.
vibe check. I want to say like cutesy stuff, but I really can't say anything. I look forward to like all of that working itself out though, like a lot. That's all I'll say for that. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna 2x this so we can get a little faster. 1.5. The problem with Destiny is he like talks perpetually at 2x speed, so it sounds way too fast whenever you push him forward.
Wash it down bridges. I think people.
Oh my god, dude! No, you can't do it. You just can't do it. You can't. You cannot do it.
There. Why shut down bridges? I think people you invite there wouldn't even know about this drama if you resume it in a few months or so. It's more just like I'm basically like absorbing all that studio and all the assets. I'm absorbing it into my business proper. So if I want to have anybody down there to like invite for a show or whatever, I'll just like basically manage it for my business going forward.
That just tells me Kyle is out. He talks in bursts of 2x. Yeah, it's like nothing, nothing, but rap god.
Why didn't you stream through it like you advise other streamers who've had scandals like this?
I mean, that's kind of what he's doing.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, this is like a rare form.
I think I said some stuff. I'll just reiterate what I've said in my chat before, that I've been streaming through it for like 2 months because there's just been a lot of stuff working through the background. That's been a lot of, but there's a lot of communities that are like moving in.
And again, we're seeing this stuff for 1 week. This stuff has been out in that background. Like Erudite had like a direct confession from Destiny about the Pixie stuff for like this early December, right? Early December, she knew for a matter of fact that Destiny shared that girl's nudes without her consent, right? So when I hear like Erudite's position as like, hey guys, I've concocted this entire moral framework of why I should keep working with Destiny, and I've built it entirely around the things that he's already confessed to, and then if he gets any worse, then I'll leave. It kind of feels a little better to hear Dan just turn around and say like, Destiny can kill, rape, and murder every single person on the planet, and I won't leave his side. It's still a horrible position, don't get me wrong. I still think Dan's a fucking idiot for having that position, but at least he didn't lie like Erudite.
Tandem with a bunch of things, which is like very weird and very annoying. But have you seen any of the stock market stuff? I saw somebody meme in chat, and then I looked up my Nvidia stock, and I think my Nvidia gains I think have been completely wiped out. Canceled my membership to make moral arguments while living your personal life the way you do. I can't justify supporting you. Disappointing. Hey, listen. If you want to leave, or if you're upset about whatever you think has happened or whatever you've heard, you're always welcome to do what you wish. I just want to do politics here. That's how I felt for the past year, at least. Whatever happens in the background where all of this stuff is going through. But, hey, listen, that's all I can say right now. Sorry.
And again, even if Destiny is innocent of every other thing that he hasn't already confessed to, being the specific moving of the Pixie stuff to the random person whose account got hacked, he did this. He like bashed his, well, not bashed. He like compromised his close friend, right? He compromised his close friend during the Red Pill arc. I think I stole this from Alex Gekmo on Twitter. But yeah, while he's going on podcast to podcast, telling people how to live their lives and attacking people who treat women like shit, he was distributing his friends' naked pictures to random OnlyFans women. I'm sorry, naked pictures, again, sounds like I'm downplaying it. Recorded sex tapes, rather, to random people online. Compromising videos that could have career-ruining ramifications for his close friends while he's going around talking about that. And again, he's also talking about Melina, which ultimately was an extremely toxic relationship, and I'm sure we'll learn more about that eventually. But like, yeah, I mean, all the stuff that he was preaching on those podcasts, all the stuff he was jumping on there to debate with those people and making money off of, it's just a complete lie. All right, this guy's a complete and total fraud. He's been for a really long time. He probably always has been, but it's extremely obvious now that he has absolutely no principles, and I think that the chatter is correct to pull his memberships and support.
Did you get plastic surgery? Yes. Why did you move rooms? Setting up in the last room meant that you had like
It's crazy Tommy called it. What you're actually watching is the John Swan curse. Okay, every single person who comes after John Swan, the first guy who does it, ultimately will end up in this position. Destiny was caught by the John Swan curse, so it's time to bring him back.
Camera shot in my living room, which wasn't good for a variety of reasons, and it always covered the door going in and out of my apartment, which was annoying. Basically, one of the things I've had to kind of like come to grips with over the past year, and I'll be speaking less and less about this because it's obviously this is not relatable at all, but is trying to live my life as more of like an actual celebrity instead of like an e-celeb,
Oh god, dude. Yeah, I just wanted to be a celebrity, so I just started. Oh, that's not a good. That is not a good response.
There's a lot of like weird shit.
I wanted to be a
I
celebrity.
live my life as more of like an actual celebrity instead of like an e-celeb, because there's a lot of like weird shit
So I picked Steven. I'm kidding. All right, never mind. That's all right. That's not fair.
that like people are doing that I haven't been used to in the past. So I'm kind of like trying to move my life, I guess, more in that direction. But
So, anyways, I started living my life as Bill Cotton. No,
yeah. Also, a nice thing about this room too is that when my girlfriend is here, if she streams in this room, this sounds stupid, but it's the most annoying thing ever. The thermostat is out there, and I think the main AC pump vent is in here. So if I'm streaming out there and I turn the AC on in here, people in this room are fucking freezing to death. And then
This is
in that room, I'm
important.
still hot. So hopefully this balances out the stuff a little bit more. But those are the two big reasons. Chipotle Mexican Grill donated $50. Court litigation can be tough. Fuel up on a delicious steak burrito. I'm going to be honest. The steak at Chipotle is way too much of a gamble. So I'm going to...
I can't believe like you would hear all this stuff about Destiny, and even if you're like cautiously optimistic, right? Like let's say for a fact that you don't even believe the person. Imagine saying, "Here's $50 for your legal fund," to the guy who's being accused of all this stuff without any knowledge that the person is
I
innocent.
don't respect you.
To just throw $50.
I respect
Oh
that.
no!
Dude, I would love to live as a viewer for a day where I could just be
Nick,
wrong about
have you
things
seen the
perpetually.
video where PXE's dad thanks Destiny for being a great friend to her?
I haven't
Stomach
watched
churning
it.
stuff in
I haven't
hindsight.
watched it. I've heard about it. I've read about it. I think I'll get too mad if I watch it. If somebody wants to link it to me, I've intentionally not sought out that video. But oh boy, that sounds horrible. I don't have it on hand.
say no. Can you say anything about the Erudite Bridge before we move on to politics? So I don't want to say anything about any individual for a variety of reasons. I'll just say I'll give them the flexibility to say or do what they want or maneuver how they want. Yeah. Is your GF aware of all the allegations made against you? No. Anytime she opens her phone, I just swat it out of her hand, and then I throw one of those little like cat toys into the corner of the room, and she usually runs and chases it.
Oh, here you go.
Can you react to the outro of Lex Friedman calling us Ukrainian bot farms? Don't take that. New stream overlay for anything else soon. You mean intro video? Maybe, I don't know.
Nick, what's your policy going to be going forward with Destiny? Are you not going to talk about him anymore unless there's new information that comes out, or are you never going to speak about him again? I think that the only stuff that I would cover in the future, and I'm notoriously bad at this, every time I talk about anything like, oh, this will probably be the last time I talk about it, that's usually like a promissory note that something unhinged is about to happen that I wasn't prepared for. But I think I'm probably not going to talk about Destiny again until there's something updated on the legal front, and then I'll probably engage with it with like a Henry Resilient type video or that other person you mentioned in Florida. Or if there's like another substantial allegation in response. But I can't really imagine spending another... I mean, I've streamed fucking 4 times about this topic. I think I've gotten all there is to say out.
Did I not ask you nice enough?
Would you become an ironic right-wing streamer as a massive parody? Fuck no.
For Nick's
Almost,
real celebrity fund heart.
Thank you!
I'm gonna be honest, I was eyeing that retirement account.
All right, guys, we're taking the Destiny clone thing to a whole nother level, okay? I'll be distributing Bo Black's naked pictures online.
A week ago. I was like, you know what? I could live off those pretty easily.
Nick, Keem said you were going on lolcow soon. Sounds like a terrible idea given the circumstances. Radical, that's the first time I've heard that I was going on lolcow. I assure you, I have not said anything of the sort.
Well, my goal with that series of conversations was just to talk to all the people that were running for the DNC chair. And I didn't want to people. I'm not aggrandizing, but I don't give a fuck. I'm going to sound self-aggrandizing, but I don't give a fuck. I really don't anymore. I don't want to stop caring about that. I'm on my hubris arc. I think the thing that bothered me the most, I felt like it was kind of like wasted potential. I feel like there's a lot of unique stuff that I offer to the internet. And I think of all the messages I got, hate ones, which I love y'all so much, and nice ones, which I actually did appreciate a lot, as weird as that is to say. Yeah, I feel like I'm relatively unique on the internet, and what I offer is relatively unique, and it seems dumb to let that, I guess, like, go to waste.
Maybe you shouldn't have done the things that you've done then. I don't think there are people who are super excited to see Destiny fail. I'm not one of them. This is extremely shitty, and I didn't really want this to go down this way. I know that sounds crazy as somebody who's posted fucking 5 videos about the subject on my second channel this week, but unfortunately, the thing that Destiny did was so bad that it required the coverage. Like, that's what happened. I don't think, like, I'm not going out of my way here to be like, oh god, I can't wait to end this fucking streamer or whatever. Unfortunately, you've made, like, insane career-altering decisions, and those will end up being your problem to deal with. And they should be.
But, yeah. Can you tell us who is still absolutely on board? Absolutely on board. I can't, and I'm happy that I can't say that, because most of those friends that I've made and those people have all been, like, offline or not, like, talent, not on stream over the past year. So I can't actually, because you wouldn't even know any of the names, which is actually so good for me. Yeah.
And Dan. All those people and Dan.
Because holy fuck. What would retirement even mean? Would you be a video game streamer again? No, I would just probably just fucking...
And I mean this. I literally think that the denim stuff could be completely fake. If you say the cherry stuff is completely fake, if every single other story about every other girl turns out to be completely fake, I think his career should still be irreparably damaged from the pixie stuff he confessed to.
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
And Goon all day.
Hypothetical. 80% of the allegations are fake. His career should still be imploded.
The drama is overblown. You only lost 6K subs, and there hasn't been any drama video on you from Penguin Z/Mogul Mail. I'm sure they're coming. I'm sure they're in the pipeline.
Oh, you're telling me right now you don't think that fucking the Mogul Mail channel is going to have a video on this? I would be shocked. I would be absolutely shocked. Now, again, there is a 1 hour and 45-minute stream from Hassan Piker that's currently up, which is probably the bane of most of my chat's existence. But unfortunately, he gets to go on this arc when people like Destiny give him the opportunity to. What am I going to do? Say, oh, you can't cover this, Hassan Piker? Of course he can. He should.
I will reiterate, and I do want to say this just because I saw some of it. I don't think it's a huge deal, but I don't think too many people think it, but just to be clear, regardless of whatever you think I've done or have heard people talk about me, don't, like, assume, let's assume.
Oh, God, I heard a little bit of this on Twitter. This is bad. Just listen to this.
Like, let's assume, let me be very careful here. Even assuming if I did do the worst things possible.
This sounds like President Sunday, doesn't it? Let's assume I was a psychopath. This is literally like the opposite of President Sunday. This is President Wednesday.
Let me be very careful here. Even assuming if I did do the worst things possible and you still wanted to watch my content, in your mind, the process should be like a separate the art from the artist.
Dude, you never want to hear separate the art from the artist on the return stream. That is like the worst thing you could possibly hear, is separate the art from the artist on the comeback stream.
Even assuming if I did...
And that's what's... like, somebody's supposed to say that, right? Someone's supposed to say that to you. Michael Jackson is never like, oh, you should separate the art from the artist. Hey. Bill Cosby, oh, you should separate the art from the artist.
The worst things
Bill
possible.
Drops and drink.
And you still wanted to watch my content. In your mind, the process should be like a separate the art from the artist, or it should be a... man, he fucked up really bad. If those things were true that have been said publicly, but don't ever lock yourself.
Dude, imagine if OJ's like, dude, you guys saw what I did out there.
It's not a huge deal. It's a massive deal.
You know what else?
What else is massive?
And you know what else is massive?
Oh, fuck. Someone got really mad at me. They're like, Nick, do you understand that a woman's rights have been taken away and she's been exposed to the entire world against her consent? And you just played a low taper fade meme over it? And I'm like, yeah. That's what my channel is. That's why I didn't invite these people on. Do you think if I talked to one of the victims and they use the word massive by mistake, I wouldn't cut to a freeze frame of the low taper fade meme? Because I absolutely would. Like, dude, people think I play Fortnite because, like, I want to, like, get kinetic sand zoomer algorithm bait. I want people to view my streams the way that I portray them, not seriously. That's why I play funny games and colorful games in the background while I talk about serious subjects, because I don't want people to make the mistake of thinking that I'm a journalist. And it's fun, and I can do it in the background. Keep going.
So from the trap of the person that I like did a thing, so now I'm going to justify the thing. Those are the only comments that I saw in my community that were worrisome to me. All the other shit from
Like, nobody's going to see Peter Griffin hitting a gritty in Fortnite and go, this is the serious journalist's take on this drama.
all the other vultures and all the other communities that are like coming in trying to like make drama out of
This is me. And by the way, it's not making drama. This is absolutely drama.
that don't give a fuck about any victims or any people involved, which is the majority of people. Don't give a fuck about any of that. I don't care about that. But just yeah, just make sure that don't ever fall into that trap. Your desktop capture is the wrong resolution. What? Should be 1080p, no?
And I don't think he's wrong about that either. I'm not usually the #1 victim enjoyer who like treats everybody super well in every single drama, but I feel like I'm like the gold standard in this one because everybody else has been so extremely awful to these women. It's insane. It's actually unreal. The fact that Nick DeOrio could be looked at as somebody who actually gives a shit about the victims in comparison to everybody else it goes to show you how ridiculous that people have been treating these women are. If only Edwin was here. Edwin would be going above and beyond for all these girls.
Oh, it's 1440. Oh, wait, does it not look 1080p?
Edwin would be bending over backwards, some would say.
Chances of getting closer to the DNC, or is that Jover? Let's
Chances to get closer to the DNC, 0, non-existent, zilch, never gonna happen again.
let's just
And he knows it. You're the no.
put that on ice for a little bit. Okay, let's just take a deep breath and chillax for a
Did I
time.
not ask you nice enough?
I don't think we're out of anything, though.
I do.
We're good.
What am I gonna do?
I would say that. Don't ever count out.
Well, I guess Donald Trump is apparently like a convicted felon, right? And he's a president of the United States, so I guess anything's
What is Bunty
possible.
King to you?
A person?
Never count
Who
us
is
out.
Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
It's not about the videos I leaked to a random 19-year-old OnlyFans girl, Nicholas. It's about the Mets, baby. Let's go.
It's about the Mets, baby,
I
the
refuse
Mets.
to acknowledge
Fuck,
that
you really
you are
gonna
a
make me-
Yankees fan.
Look at all this shit. I don't know. NV12? I don't know what these... I don't remember what these mean. I knew at one point in time. NV12 video format. Does that look better? Color space, default, color range.
By the way, his camera looks fucking weird. It's got like AI upscaling on his face. It looks like oh, I can't even show it on here. It looks like a fucking Nvidia filter. Whereas this, like his face looks super fucking clear. It's weird.
Nick Mullen retired after your
It looks like
podcast.
he's got a Snapchat filter on his camera. You can see that really well in the beginning of the
How
stream.
dare you? Wait, did he actually? No shot. What do you think about Elon's
He's
just...
asking for video format during the recording discussion. Holy shit, that's funny. Thank you, JJW. I didn't even think of that.
What form or what brand of autism you would have where you are like doing... Oh, shit, I did the wrong one. Fuck, I'm such a bad... Fuck, that's like me trying to say the N-word. I don't practice enough. Not that. I'm sorry. Whatever the thing is. This one. Doing that twice? That was so fucking weird.
Oh, man. This is... Oh, no. Oh, God.
Being
Is
a
it-
friend to my daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, this is brutal. All right. I'm going to show it. I'm not going to like it. And I'm going to just be annoyed. Here we go. You have to watch it. We're going to full screen this with the Wiggler on screen.
First of all, many
Hold on. It's a little loud.
thanks for being a friend to my daughter. First of all, many thanks for being a friend to my daughter.
Yeah, no problem.
She
Oh,
doesn't have any friends.
That's not true. You're
No,
so
she has a
mean.
shit ton of friends.
Okay.
But she appreciates your friendship.
Oh my
And I appreciate that. That you are friends.
oh my God.
Oh, man, I try my best. A friendly person, you know.
I'm sorry. That is fucking truly awful. That is truly fucking awful. That's a real clip that exists that you could pull up. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit, dude. Holy fucking shit. Ow. Yeah, I mean, like, if that doesn't make you, like, listen to this Destiny stream right now where he's kind of just 1 HP whining about his future. If that doesn't like radicalize you, I don't know what will. Like that's just, it's fucking like, dude, you gotta remember, eye on the prize. This is the kind of shit that we're talking about here. After you slept it off, just remember that clip in the back of your head while you're listening to this guy fucking 1 HP his way through this.
The problem is there's like 3 explanations. Either one, he's an actual Nazi signaling other Nazis.
But the only other thing I wanted to show was the clip where he specifically engages with who has contacted him since, because I don't think we played that. We might have missed it, to be honest. Let me see. It's the guy with the fucking laughing face emoji. What is his name on Twitter? I'll just look up Destiny and search by top. It should be here. Yeah, here it is. Yeet posted this on Twitter.
Well, I'll say the most important thing, okay? Regardless of what you've heard online, or regardless of your desire to simp for me, or shit on me, or simp for anybody else or whatever, obviously, taking any things...
All right, we heard that one. Chatter expert not swear at bridge.
Regardless of...
Separating art from the artist. Oh, this one is great. This is like a direct response to Dan.
Hassan rapes a girl at a brothel that was charged for having trafficked minors, but somehow Destiny's the worst person Tom ever associated with. Can't make this crap up. So I don't think Hassan raped anybody. I don't think that's true. We don't have to do that. We don't have to sync to that here. I am more interested.
Dan gets totally annihilated when Destiny goes. That's crazy.
Regardless of whatever you think I've done.
Oh, fuck.
Destiny's the worst person Tom ever associated with. Can't make this crap up. So I don't think Hassan raped anybody. I don't think that's true. We don't have to do that. We don't have to sync to that here. I am more interested in political stuff than just shit flinging with people, but again,
I mean, but you weren't really above it before.
So,
do you think Destiny's ever been above shit fling with Hassan Piker? Oh, I'm really into politics now. Why? Because that's like the hand you've been dealt. Like I'm not really sure what's going on here.
Support me by supporting what we do best, not by becoming the worst of the world.
Is he actually conceding the brothel thing? Yeah, it appears he is.
Which is every other community that we fight with. Okay.
Holy shit. Who's Dan? Destiny's friend who did the stream. He'll be on the VOD tomorrow.
Are we in the Fortress arc now? No, I'm never in a Fortress arc.
Never in a Fortress. We're just heavily censoring our Discord server so no one can talk about it.
Fuck that.
Crazy. Look, I don't know if he's going to do anything with this, but if you have a DGG account, don't make one now if you don't already have one, because I think they can track a lot of shit on there. So just be careful. Just be careful if you're using DGG. I wouldn't go make a new account right now during the height of this. The only other thing that was in there, and I didn't hear it, and I don't have a way to search it up now, there was one clip where he said that absolutely nobody has reached out to him, which is, I guess, not really surprising, because once it became public and everybody found out about it, he immediately like confessed a couple hours later to the Pixie stuff. And I don't think if you already hear about the Pixie stuff, why would you really want to reach out to ask about the Cherry stuff? At that point, you're just dropping, right? At that point, you're just dropping off. And again, if your answer is you can't talk about it because it's being litigated right now and you're in a situation with like legal entities and stuff, then I mean, it's not like you could have answered Turkey Tom's questions if he asked them, right? Well, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Let's take a look at the subreddit. What is the subreddit's response to this been?
I don't respect you. So
Thank you for coming back. Welp, bridges are burned. I'm out till the case is done / more info comes out. Erudite being out clinched it. I'm on my grass touching arc. Let me move my Wiggler. Come on, Wiggler. Get out of the corner. I gotta cover stuff. Okay. Did Erudite distance herself? Yeah, she unfollowed him a few days ago. Damn, that's a big one. The fuck you here then for? Go back to the grass. Jesus. Do we feel guilty watching now? I'm putting my toe in the water. 15K live is above average. He said 0 people spoke to him privately. Ukrainian Anna said they chatted privately in her statement. Strange times. Right, and I thought Erudite was out of touch. Maybe he's referring to after the Cherry allegations caught wind. Again, if you're distancing yourself before the Cherry allegations, I think you're totally justified. I don't think you owe him a parting message. I don't think it's not like an airport. You don't have to announce your departure. He already fucking did something deplorable, and everybody's referring it to as a fuck up. It wasn't a fuck up. It was about distancing, but talking shit, throwing shade. For example, Tom never bothered to question anything from his side. Dude, you literally can't win. Tom's getting called the sweepiest sweeper, glup shitto, cum guzzling fucking retard in my fucking chat right now. And DGG is looking at it like he didn't even bother trying to question the allegations, Nick. He didn't even try to question the allegations. Like, okay, dude, sick, awesome, love it. I think he meant no one spoke to him before it went really public.
What is Bunty King to you? A person? Who is Bunty King?
I mean, like, what are you gonna do? Reach out to him and be like, hey man, I heard that there's some weird sexting shit on the horizon. What's going on there, buddy? Do you think he's gonna give a solid answer to that question? I don't know. I'm not trying to rationalize it. If he thinks that J-Stock and Tom should have contacted him first, whatever. But I personally would never have done that. So. Bet Tom is glued into this one like the clout goblin he is. I've seen 2 videos Tom made about this, and while I'm someone who is more like Anna Ukraine, not Kasparian, in how I tackle this problem, I think Tom was being fair in his own way. How many big drama streams has Destiny done on subjects that had nothing to do with him? That Arcadum stream was peak. Yeah, literally. Arcadum is another one. I totally forgot about that. Also, man, no Pisco, Josiah, or BTC ever again. Is it true that Lycan's out as well? Has anybody talked about Lycan? I heard that Lycan's out. I don't know if that's the case. I can't say too much. My lawyers won't let me. He literally spent the entire weekend running his mouth on Discord. I mean, literally. I can't talk about this, guys. Says everything publicly, makes jokes about himself being Dr. Disrespect. Fucking goes after J-Stock. He's literally been running his mouth the entire time. The minute that the camera turned on, then he got shot and he was 1 HP. It's actually super cringe. Like and retweeted the allegations, yeah. Destiny banned him. Not a shocker. Keep in mind, the Fortress arc has not begun yet. You haven't even seen the Fortress arc, apparently. I had a hard time seeing his useful path for debates anytime soon, unless it's a super good faith commentator. Yeah, dude, you have to be super good faith. Just don't bring up the fact that Destiny distributes people's naked pictures. I'm sorry, naked videos. Anyone can just throw allegations at him and he won't be able to say anything about it. Yeah, I mean, because some of them are true, yeah. I know Destiny can't say much because the process is ongoing, but man, I hope it isn't as bad as the new allegations. It's difficult to support someone who's done these things that's alleged to have been done. Some guy in the meme sub and DGG were cringe posting so hard about no harm being done. Glad Tiny disavowed it. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of sex offender coded responses. We reviewed them earlier. The allegations were all a ruse. Destiny H3 collab, Hamas Piker manifesto. Court litigation can be tough. Fuel up. Yeah, dude, somebody actually fucking screenshotted this. What a spineless little rat. Holy fuck, what a pathetic fucking fan. Jesus, I never go after donators, but could you imagine hearing allegations and not being able to definitively prove as to whether they're true or false, but the first thing you do is go to the accused party and give them a big $50 bill for their litigation? Holy shit, what a morally bankrupt scumbag. What a morally bankrupt piece of shit. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Destiny's going on stream petting puppies. Who's Destiny? This is a Pisco, Josiah, BTC, Pacman, Kalinsky subreddit now. Let's see. League stream. I hope this isn't how Erudite finds out she's unemployed. Could you imagine? This is like when fucking Pro Jared broke up with his girlfriend. Broke up with his wife, divorced his wife on Twitter or whatever. Supposedly she knew before that, but it's still funnier to say it the other way. Could you imagine if Erudite had no idea she was out and Bridges was done until the fucking podcast went up and then Destiny's like, yeah, nobody reached out to me? That'd be funny. Her convo with Tom was fine. She sounded pretty charitable to both sides. No, she swept up and she acted like a total scumbag in that call. And I do not give a fuck how many DGG people come to me and tell me, no, Erudite sounded great in that call, because the general public don't view that the same way as you. I'm sorry. I'm not pandering to retards.
Oh no! What am I gonna do?
Nah, sounds like Bridges. And again, sorry, if there's DGG people who agree with me or whatever, I'm not trying to like ostracize every single person from that community. There are like a few people writing horrible stuff all over the Dalaban thing. There are a few people extremely coping, but for the most part, the DGG people have been super cool. Right? I've gotten tons of positive comments from DGG people. I'm not saying that all of them are sweeping or fucking licking up the fucking cum off the floor of Destiny's orgies. All right, I don't think that's what's happening here, but there are some who are. Rip Bridges. Destiny thinks he's going to shut down Bridges. I did hear about one conversation, and we're going to watch this pretty quickly, and then we're going to be done with this subject. I did get a shout out on PKA, actually. Thank you so much. Taylor, I believe.
Anyway, the Destiny situation, very interesting. We'll see what happens. And I'm taking all my knowledge from an hour and a half video from, shout out, Nicholas DeOrio.
Thank you.
Did you think the video was as unbiased and fair as it could be? You think it was?
He's the way he was like adding exposition throughout it is that he clearly was a Destiny fan that is now like.
I'm so happy he didn't say Orbiter. I'm so happy he didn't say Orbiter
about it. And is like in the first half of the video up until he got to the text post where Destiny says, hey, what am I supposed to do? Go to her and say, hey, I betrayed you in the most inhuman way imaginable. Here's some money, LOL. Like up until that point, he was like throwing allegedly around a ton.
I don't think anybody has been as charitable to my. I've been getting tons of comments. All my stuff is 95 plus. I think one of them's like a 90. Right, like it's a well-received video, well-received responses. But like, this is so this is like awesome. Thank you. Holy shit.
And clearly not.
Certainly no content creator has been this nice to me. Chud.
He clearly like didn't want to go in on Destiny super hard, but as the video went further and further and he looked through more chat logs and whatnot, he became more and more critical.
On her Substack, she has what looks like a Discord post from Destiny. And he wrote, this feels super lame. And I don't want to imply that somehow just giving you money helps anything go away or fixes anything. But if you have any bills or owe any money or have financial stuff I can help with, I can at the very least chip in and help with any of that.
So the reason why I'm covering this now isn't just because they gave me a solid glaze. I really appreciate it though, Taylor. The reason I'm covering it is because apparently Woody's take on this is terrible. So people were telling me Woody's take is horrible. I haven't seen it yet. I wanted to watch it live, and it's a pretty short thing, so I could tack it on to the end of the segment.
Carl, with who Destiny is, he's like a YouTube guy.
Yep.
Or a political streamer.
Yeah, liberal. He started doing video games, and now he debates people on liberal politics.
Yes. Yeah, big time video gamer turned political guy. He's in some not so chill water. He's in some hot water right now.
Well, wasn't he sucking a guy off or something? Wasn't there a video that came out not too long ago?
That's controversial.
I didn't watch that.
I just want to say that if you're ever going to do any weird sex pest behavior, just add one video of you sucking a guy off and people just won't even care. Nobody will look at any of your weird sex pest shit. If you commit one gay act in that thing, it will be the dominated discussion there. Like literally if people gave even like a slight fuck about anything else that was in those leaks, this stuff would have broken a lot sooner, 100%. But they saw a gay guy sucking dick, and they're like, "Whoa, no way!" And that was the only thing they talked about.
Controversy,
dude. If you're gonna fucking do any weird sex pest behavior at any time in your life, all right, just make sure you just tack one video of you sucking a guy's cock, and nobody will know. Nobody will be the wiser.
I did see people say he was getting bad head.
Yeah. Teeth.
A real tooth.
Which, by the way, it's hilarious that people were saying Destiny gave bad head, considering that's exactly what he said about Pixie while he was distributing her fucking nudes without her consent.
The beach. Don't care for that.
Enthusiasm.
Squeezy ones. It was like, that guy needed some blue chew. That's all it was.
But he's a bi guy doing what bi guys do. That part wasn't the issue. I guess. Oh, he's being accused of sending, I think, a video. My chat said it was audio, but video game chat's not the best source. I've also heard he sent a video.
Yeah, the allegations are a video that was recorded consensually and audio that was recorded non-consensually.
To a friend, and then that friend sent the video more, like broadcasted it more, and now her intimate details are leaked. Videos leaked. Revenge porn, I guess. And Destiny, I read her. What is the website called? Substack. I read her Substack about it. And she has proof that he did this. And the proof is like some texts from Destiny apologizing that it happened, wishing it hadn't happened, offering her some money. He's like, look, I know the money doesn't make things right. I'm paraphrasing. But, you're having a hard time right now. Maybe like if you didn't have the pressure of bills in the world on you, then that would make things a little bit smoother. Is there some way I can help? Which, it does feel like evidence that he feels responsible.
You ever offer anybody money, Taylor, for something that you didn't do?
No.
But again, he's not accused of leaking, like doing the revenge porn. He's accused of giving it to someone who did the revenge.
No. Okay, this is why I have a huge problem with this, and this is the same thing I've been arguing on social media. And I heard Taylor scream no immediately, which I hope is going to be a based response. But no, he absolutely did leak it. It left him and went to a third party. That is what leaking is. I'm sorry, we're not going to retroactively create like a new definition for leaking because it doesn't fit the situation. Because this fits the situation, and we don't like that terminology. right? He absolutely leaked the image. Yeah, the video, sorry. Several videos to a completely random person he's never seen before. If I handed off Augie's social security number to Smaggle Daggle, and then Smaggle Daggle went and posted it on Kiwi Farms, right? Let's say that's what I did. Nobody would be like, Smaggle, how dare you leak these sensitive documents about Augie RFC? They'd be like, Nick, how the fuck did you get Augie's social security number? And why would you give it to fucking Smaggle Daggle? But the reality is, I know Smaggle Daggle more than Destiny knew the girl that he sent his friends' nudes to. Okay? It would be probably more reasonable to expect Smaggle Daggle not to publish these nudes, like to publish the Bo Blacks nudes or something like that, right? Than it would be for what Destiny did. Destiny did something so outrageously fucked up that, like, I'm sorry, I cannot let that go. It's absolutely a leak. It might as well have been posted publicly. It might as well have been posted. He might as well have tweeted it.
But again, he's not accused of leaking, like doing the revenge porn. He's accused of giving it to someone who did the revenge.
No, he is. Yeah. They're
listening.
Yeah, I watched a big video. Someone linked me on Twitter. This guy who's like a drama commentator, Nicholas DeOrio, made like an 1.5 hour long video, and so I just put that on the side, today while I was doing some work just to hear.
I didn't expect that.
What was up? And apparently, he has now been accused by multiple women of, against their consent, spreading video and images, and perhaps audio as well. I didn't hear about just pure audio files of.
Yeah, I think the audio stuff was at the very end of the video. So if you didn't make it all the way there, I think in the timeline of when I was posting and when I was streaming, the cherry stuff had just come out at the very end of the stream.
And one of them was like him getting blown by this girl who was a friend of his. And
Nick
then
is waiting for the Bo Blacks and Keffels tapes to be leaked.
That is the worst thing you've ever said. Thank you, Phoenix.
He shared that video without that girl's consent to a OnlyFans model trying to get pussy from her as well. And so basically he's being accused of sharing a lot of private videos without, or multiple, I won't say a lot because I don't know the extent of it, but
it's at least videos of Melina, videos of the Grinder guy, and videos of fucking Pixie.
Activity happening against a girl's consent. And then I did see, because the guy Nicholas DeOrio in the video was like saying alleged a lot as he was going through the documents. And then it got to one point where he was reading the chat logs from Destiny and just some other dude in his Discord, I guess.
I think it's Straighterade.
Where they were talking about it.
Is Straighterade a dude I don't know anything about Straighterade. They reached out to me one time and people are like, why is Straighterade not getting more shit about this? And I'm like, well, I have a really good answer for you. Who the fuck is Straighterade? Is my audience going to give a fuck if Straighterade did something wrong here? Yeah, that person in the messages looked really stupid, but like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that Glup Shitto is who we should be talking about right now.
And Destiny said something to the effect, and I'm paraphrasing, but this is basically it, where he was like, dude, I'm worried about just offering her money because then it would seem like I'm like, hey, I know I just betrayed your trust in like the worst way imaginable. Here's some money, LOL. And then the commentator who was doing the video was like, okay, so I guess we can just drop allegedly because he just admitted to betraying her trust and doing this to her knowingly, knowing that she. And apparently, this was
we don't ever admit to crimes in ours.
Yeah, and apparently
Did Kyle just say that? Wait, hold on.
That she, and apparently this was
we don't ever admit to crimes in ours.
Dude, Tommy would watch that and his eyes would bulge. I need to see Tommy's reaction to Kyle saying that we never admit to crimes, because Tommy is like a nuclear theory.
Yeah. And apparently the girl that he betrayed in this way wasn't like it's bad no matter what. If it's a random
dude, Tommy would literally be sitting there shaking.
Man, obviously it's bad and immoral, but it was like someone who thought of him as a friend. Like it's criminal also, apparently. I don't know all the law, but apparently it's criminal under like some sort of like yeah, charges have been filed, and so he's in some hot water, and it's just shocking to me that like this guy of all people would be like a ghoul, crazy.
So I checked the thing. I think Pixie is the girl that's suing him, and she said, "Okay."
I think this is the part that we're here for.
Pixie's the one whose Substack I'm on, and she says that he sent content of me to this e-girl, and that person published it to the world. So at least in that case,
it's the same difference. Like if you send me
yes, Taylor, yes,
video of you jacking off, and then I send it to Kyle, and Kyle posts it after you've entrusted me not to share it, that's on me. It's on Kyle too. For
thank you,
in a shithead, but it's on me for.
We're not disagreeing. I'm only arguing intent. Like he didn't.
Whatiswhat.org.
He didn't mean to put it out there to the world. He meant to put it out there to Kyle in this scenario. And then it went out to the world because he wasn't careful with it like he should have been.
Again, but I think that only matters if you're arguing whether it's fucking revenge porn or not. Because yeah, I'm sure intent in that case would probably be the difference between a charge. Absolutely. But it doesn't really actually change the situation that happened to Pixie. And unfortunately, like, the result is still exactly the same. So morally, I don't really care.
Yeah, shouldn't have been. Should have just not betrayed people. What is this? Oh, this is from Cherry. It's Cherry, Chaery. I do not care. This is Cherry's post on Twitter. I do not care if we are friends, enemies, strangers. If we disagree politically, debate harshly, I do not care. If you have dismissed me, wrote me off as mentally ill in the past, or if I've made brutal criticisms of your behavior, I do not care. These are not unforgivable crimes to me. I empathize with anyone who is insecure and concerned to throw stones in a glass house. Do not let this man scare you or threaten you into thinking you are the same as him. Do not let destiny make you think your silence or support of him up to this point or at any point is a scarlet A on your name forever. I know what was done to me, and I
don't know. I was told that Woody came in here and he argued like some crazy shit, but so far this seems pretty tame. I just disagree with him a little bit.
There's streamers with me, okay? Lol W.
What does lol W mean? I'm too old.
No idea. Probably some
Oh my god, dude. He's the opposite, bro. He's got none. He doesn't. Imagine if you went up to Woody and asked him about the low taper fade. What would his response be to the low taper fade?
I believe he's
because I mean the meme currently is still massive.
And you know what else is massive?
It's saying he's a little
laughing and
skibbity.
smiling.
Laugh oot loud. I have no idea.
He's having a good old time. But the real question is, why wouldn't he reveal that
what a fucking creep?
Regardless.
Yeah.
Remember when Marjorie Taylor Greene said that, or somebody? They were like, if Matt Gaetz goes down, like 20 more like the sex offenders are going down too, because I'm gonna tell. And it's like, why don't you tell anyway?
It's like, let's fucking spread it around and get these people out of here if you know. But yeah, this totally shocking that destiny would
that doesn't
this
make
way.
you innocent of a crime if other people also committed that crime.
No, you believe it or not, it actually doesn't.
Yeah, it's the worst argument ever.
Yeah. That's so shit.
That is
so
a bad argument. I think he's trying to get silence out of people. It seemed like he didn't have the intent to share this far and wide. At least with the first chick, he's not being accused of that. The other one, I know nothing about.
Even if it's one person, that's the law.
Suck.
I think his community
didn't treat her privacy more carefully. Like it sounds like he messed up.
Yeah, messed up in a big way. And apparently, this is it seems to be alleged.
This is fair so far. I don't really have an issue with it,
based on the multiple women saying it, a pattern of behavior. And so,
okay, maybe the fucking people who sent me this clip were acting like he's like, dude, yeah, it's just totally fine, bro. You could just share these nudes all the time, bro. Bros do this all. That's what I was kind of expecting. So I was totally off.
Yeah. Big
women,
big
right?
L for him. Yeah, two women. Okay. There's two. Yeah, who both said that he shared things against their consent that they did not want shared. And then for him to immediately go to like, how much money does it take for this to go away?
If you have to go to intent for this, you're lost. Well, okay, there's two things. I think yes, if you're coping. But if you're just talking about legality, purely legality, I don't really think there's an issue with mentioning the intent part.
Hey, but we're not talking about throwing money at this to make it go away. It's like, get real, brother. Do you think we're retarded?
Like, well, wait, is that I actually was a little stuck on that myself. He's like, I'm sorry, at least with the first girl. The other one I know nothing about. I'm not talking about.
Wait.
The one where he didn't mean for it to spread like this. He shared it irresponsibly with one person, and then it shared more broadly. And then he tried to give money to the person like in compensation. How do you say I'm sorry and mean it?
You don't share it. You don't take someone's intimate video.
After you've already fucked up, what's your next move?
I don't respect you.
Take culpability. So probably don't be a political commentator who makes his living telling people how to live morally.
True.
Anymore.
I feel like I think both of us are swayed by his politics. I
don't like his politics, and that's fair. Yeah. And so I'm going to come down.
But that's the difference. For the most part, I do. It has nothing to do with politics. It's principle.
On the side against him, and he's made it all too easy.
He fouled up. It would have allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly, he's done some stuff that would be perceived as illegal.
Not as cool as a throuple, I'll tell you that.
Not as cool as a throuple. You just do cocaine with your boys and sometimes with your 9-year-old daughter.
I don't know if I don't look.
Like, I had a lot of people message me, and this was one of them where I didn't really understand it. They're like, Nick, you're going to sit here and you're going to tell me that we should be surprised Destiny's a bad guy? Don't you remember what he said about the firefighter? And it's like, yeah, I remember exactly what he said about the firefighter. I didn't particularly like what he said about the firefighter, but you know what I did laugh at maniacally? When he said that the fucking the dipshit protesters should get yeah, you remember that statement? I thought that was really funny when he said it, which was probably equally as unhinged to an entirely different audience. People were saying he was calling for murders during the fucking George Floyd protests. So who the fuck am I to give a sweeping, attack against the comments that he's made previously. Destiny is known to make extremely like vulgar statements, debates on stream. He's done this like for his entire career.
I'm gonna call it. Destiny's getting no PK awards this week. All right, we'll see how
He's
he does.
not getting cool guy of the week.
Not getting cool guy of the week. Another gentleman. What's that gentleman's name? The man with the thruple and the cocaine.
I don't think he's
and
welcome
Nick
here anymore.
Nick Rekieta. That dude's kid's.
Oh, Nick Rekieta. We didn't cover any of that. Didn't he just sign the fucking thing and save his wife? And is he going to do jail time? I literally need to do like a 12-hour Nick Rekieta live stream one day to try to catch up on what happened. Like literally just watch hours of Kino Casino because I have no idea what's going on.
Party. He's got a thruple and
no, McClung is next.
PK's cool guy of the week. Goddammit, that's maybe the month. That's strong. That's strong. He's the PK guy of the year until someone comes in and replaces him. If you ask me,
right?
I'm bestowing it upon him. I'm capable of doing such. So
you're capable of bestowing it upon him.
What is Bunty King to you?
But yeah, it's a pretty big,
Who
big
is
story.
Bunty
It
King?
seems, from what I can tell, that a huge amount of his fan base and supporters have heel turned on him from this, being like, "What the fuck?" Not, I mean, I don't know about the majority, but I know apparently a large percentage have been like, "What the fuck, dude? Like you've made your bones telling people how to live," with the implication being that your perspective on what you're instructing is
he's a fraud. He's a total hypocrite.
More.
He literally does not live by any of the principles that he keeps, but he judges everybody. Dude, this is the guy talking about Hassan Piker socialism, right? Look at his house. He lives I think if you go back and listen to the intro to the fucking Hassan video I never released, it's just listening to a clip of him saying he lives the most capitalistic lifestyle possible while preaching socialism to his audience. He lives in an extremely expensive house with an extremely expensive car, okay? Collecting donations from people who want socialism or whatever, right? And it's just, yeah, I mean, again, he's going to hold people to these standards and when it's convenient for him, but not live by any of them himself. It's absolutely absurd.
Moral way for the country to operate, and then you behave in this way.
It's still valid, yeah, but not out of his mouth. I don't care what he has to say about it. Nothing that he says about Hassan Piker really holds any weight to me anymore, and it's unfortunate because many of the Hassan Piker talking points are related to, in some way, shape, or form, Destiny. It's actually extremely sad that this is the case. And I mean, yeah, listen, the reality is Hassan Piker walks away looking like a fucking like genius now for all the stuff he said about Destiny. We know that he's not, but I mean, are you gonna argue? Are you gonna argue on Destiny's behalf right now? I'm fucking certainly not. It's a fucking win for Hassan Piker, as much as you don't like to hear it.
Not really.
I don't think that's where he comes from.
What would it be otherwise?
Well, he'll say things like, you know, we trust institutions because we don't have the expertise to do everything ourselves. You trust just institutions every time you drink from the water fountain, every time you do this, every time, you trust that your gas, when you buy a gallon, will get a gallon. That's not a moral stance. That's just him saying not all government is evil and bad. That,
not all government's evil and bad, but I've also seen clips of him talking openly about how he thinks right-wing people's voice should be shut down because in his view, it's a net negative to public discourse to allow right-wing politics to promulgate.
Yeah, that's absurd.
I saw that from him. Like, he does make judgment more.
He did kind of go completely mask off. It wasn't, I'll be a bit more charitable. It wasn't just the statement about the fucking firefighter. It was kind of just nuclear. And you know what? Listen, I mean, if you really gave a fuck, you'd have finished your January 6th video that we all sat down for like 6 hours to do a focus group for. Not only did you miss January 6th, like, you missed the election. Like, where the fuck is the video? You've had 2 months to sit here and, like, ponder your life or whatever. Why not release the Jan 6th video that you were working on? I don't know, maybe I'm not the guy to say that either, because I've been teasing a Mr. Beast video for 8 months.
Moral calls. And so it makes sense for a lot of his base who saw him, even if he wasn't doing that intentionally, people saw him as that. Or at least a lot of his fan base did. So now they're
I don't see him as someone from a place of morality. And then I guess maybe I always knew him, right? I always knew Destiny had a...
All right, so I don't really... I think that people... It sounds like people took Woody's statement, unless I've missed some crazy thing here that's not in... They took Woody and they, like, kind of dialed it up to 50. It doesn't seem like he's nearly as bad as the people on Reddit were saying.
A sexy private life, right? He had an open marriage is basically what I'm getting at, and he's bi. So he's not a monogamous, like, straight-laced guy. But
Nick, don't tell Destiny about content creation. I'm still waiting for the Vosh video. Why? If I released the Destiny video, I'm sorry, not the Destiny video. If I released the Hassan Piker video, or if I released the Vosh video, they would have aged extremely poorly. The Vosh video was before the Lolicon controversy, and the Hassan video was half an interview with Destiny. I'm happy I never put those videos out. I'm happy that I'm so lazy that it's not a negative reflection upon me. to have worked with him.
The sharing stuff I can't defend if it's true, right?
Yeah, seems true because he did make a giant post on his Reddit about it and he didn't deny it.
If anything, waiting out and being lazy saved me from being like
a person
probably considered an orbiter for working with him.
You are literally the last person I want to hear criticizing someone for not releasing a video.
Thank you, Super.
He said that.
I'm reading it right here.
Oh, as far as I know, like I didn't authorize.
Yeah, my
this.
laziness literally just happened. Hell yeah, make Fatty happy. Dude, evil flamenco be like, make Fatty happy.
Spreading, and it's like, okay, well, it got
H3 dodged a bullet. His content nuke would be useless if he'd collab with Destiny. Well, listen. There are smarter people have been. I'm kidding. I have no contact with Ethan Klein, but the fact that he did delay the video is really good. I hope he spent the last week or so scrubbing anything that could be related to DGG. Because realistically, if he dropped it last week, it wouldn't have been good. I saw people like making connections to me on the Snark subreddits because I was on Queenman's stream the night before. But yeah, I imagine the video is going to come out in the next few days.
not spread, and then here's another chat log of you sending it to someone.
He delayed it just for Chud. Listen, dude, we had to wait for Chud. Is the only way.
And then that person spread it around, which you can disseminate guilt as you will between the person who spread it thinking it would remain private and then the person who promulgated it throughout the internet. I totally understand that point, Woody. But yeah, he's in hot water justifiably, because I know I wouldn't behave that way with confidential sexual videos. You wouldn't behave that way. Kyle wouldn't. I just met Carl, but I assume he wouldn't. Like,
Carl did the best video.
This is beyond the pale, immoral.
Carl's hung. Ask me how I know.
Well, Taylor, I really feel
well, you
like
can ask him, but you can't show him, and that's what we've learned.
You tear away at your argument when it's so clearly biased. You know, I just don't know how to feel. You had me, but then when I saw the vitriol that you had for Destiny and his big brain,
his huge brain, it's just weird to imagine that someone in favor of trans kids could behave this way. It's so
in
shocking.
favor of them. What is it?
Well, no, he's one of those guys that trusts the science, and the science says it's okay to chemically castrate sexually confused children.
I didn't know that. I thought he was he's usually the common sense liberal. I kind of think of him like as being kind of pragmatic sometimes. Doesn't seem like
dude, Augie's gonna love this clip. You got to get this to Augie. He'd be like, dude, true.
He doesn't always take the position that the rest of his team would want.
Like on Israel and Palestine, he's like, oh, if you don't like,
he's so similar to Ben Shapiro in so many ways. Like, they are both fast talking, gish galloping. They're short. But, the real thing is, like, if you already agree with Ben Shapiro's presuppositions, if you hear him own some college kid, you're like, holy cow, this guy's a genius. This guy's brilliant. Similarly, if you hear Destiny argue with some non-commentator over politics who isn't used to the heat, and you agree with neoliberal presuppositions, you're going to go, wow, this guy's brilliant. But the problem with both Ben Shapiro and Destiny are that they are not at all compelling to people who don't already buy into their worldview.
I thought that was a fine clip. Yeah, people definitely misrepresented Woody to me. That was fine. I appreciate the comments from Taylor, and I agree with Taylor, even if he thinks he's like politically compromised from a reasonable position. I think his position was fairly reasonable. But yeah, for sure. Both are hypocrites. I don't know. Strange. Did anyone else see YouTube drama showing conspiracy theory that DeOrio is whispering into Ethan Klein's ear? I don't have any connection with Ethan. The closest thing I can do is write like AB or something and share something to AB. But again, I don't think AB likes me, so I don't know. I mean, even if AB told me that he got something to Ethan, I don't necessarily think I would believe it, because I don't think AB is like the biggest fan of me. But yeah, I think it's better that way, having no connection to Ethan, because then it gives people less to talk about.
What is Bunty King to you? A person? Who is Bunty King? Nicholas DeOrio.
All right, guys. Next segment. People have been asking me to cover this guy. I covered on the night of the Bo Blacks drama, after we talked about the big leaks or whatever, I started learning about Lewis McClung. Now, Lewis McClung is a horrible, horrible YouTuber. Every single video they've released is apparently horrendous. I couldn't watch it because I basically guessed the drama in the first 30 seconds, and this guy is just an insufferable loser for the duration of the clip. Right? Now, supposedly, he's gone after Dream, a story that I've completely missed, but he also relitigates the situation. Oh shit! No way! Holy fuck! How was the last time we did that, chat? I didn't even realize that was the last guy.